another Barre-Elevated video. Again, I'm Holly Rivers and I am pretty excited to be here today. I'm going to do a little bit of a different video where everything that we're going to do is done on the chair. So this is to give you an idea of how you can actually, if you're watching TV or doing something like that, you can do some of this stuff of your own as you start to learn them. But it's also so that if you are, for whatever reason, whether it is from injuries or being older, your back hurts, there's all sorts of reasons why sometimes we need to be on a chair in order to get ourselves a little workout in. So this will be a little bit more on the gentle side. You'll still get a nice workout. There's going to be a lot of posture work, so this one's a little bit more geared toward posture, but we're also going to get into the legs and we're going to get into the abdominals as well. So to get started, you need a chair to sit in and you need weights. Again, you do not have to have weights. You can have no weights. You can have 1 pound weight, 2 pound weights. If you actually want to have wrist weights, that works as well. The wrist weights are nice if you want to have weights on the whole time, but if you want to go in and out of weight use, then it's better not to have wrist weights. So let's get started. To begin, we're going to bring ourselves, feet are flat on the floor, about a foot width apart. We're going to have our knees just at that nice gentle bend. Whatever chair that you have, try to make sure that you're at least in line. This chair is probably a little bit shorter than what I would like to have, but it works because my knees are in line with my hips. Now, I'd like to have my hips about an inch above my knees if I can. So that's ideal, but if you don't have it, that's just fine. Just try to make sure that your hips are not actually under your knees, so you don't want to be sitting like this, essentially. Okay, you're going to want to come forward on your chair a little bit, and we're going to find and think through that we have length coming up through our spine, up toward the ceiling. Feel yourself grow, and just take a moment to notice your body. Notice your breath. You can close your eyes if you want to right now. Just feel that nice, easy breath. Notice how your body feels. Notice what your shoulders feel like. In these interesting times that we have right now, I find that when I'm paying attention and noticing my shoulders are much tighter than they normally are, I have to constantly be reminding myself to drop them. My ears don't need my shoulders. They're not going to help anything. Take a couple more breaths. Again, you can have your eyes closed if you want. You can have them open, whatever feels right for you. And take one more deep breath in. And if your eyes are not open, go ahead and open them. We're going to take our hands, we're going to place them kind of below our belly. We're going to kind of get up under there. And from here, we're going to let our shoulders not hunch forward. This is what mine want to do, so I'm going to actively pull and let my chest open a little bit here without letting the ribs go up. So again, we're going to draw those ribs a little bit together. We're not going to work too much on our ribs right now, but we are going to let our upper part of our chest open. Shoulders are going to be a little bit to the back, and then take that shoulder blade down the back. From there, we're going to take our hands and we're going to press them into our belly. As we do that, you're going to take your belly and push into your hands. So you're going to feel like an expansion in your, not just the front of your belly, but you should feel a little bit into your groin area and into your lower back. We're expanding that lower abdominal cavity into the pelvic floor. And release, and go again, expand out. And release. Again, expand. And release. Expand. And release, and one more time, expand out. Really see if you can't push the belly into those hands. Really use those abdominal muscles. This feels counterintuitive. For the most part, a lot of us like to think about sucking in the belly, but we're actually activating and engaging abdominal muscles that are not normally activated. And as they get stronger, they will actually live in a more contracted state, which will help support and draw in your belly actually. Seems crazy to think about, but I think, and release, go ahead and release, sometimes I get chatty. I think if you think about when you were little kids and, when we were children, we used to run around and go, how big can you make your belly? And you actively do that. I think that's this intuition kids have to keep working those belly muscles that at some point in our life we stop doing it. Okay, from there I want you to move your hands out, and we're still going to think about that deep belly. So I want you to think about this part of your belly as if you were to take and button it to the back of your spine. As you do that, you're going to curl through those hips, not moving your shoulders, so we're not going to let ourselves hunch down. We're only moving just the hips. Really pull the front of the belly toward the spine as we curl. That's going to activate the pelvic floor. And then we're going to release that, and then go ahead and think about letting it fall out. This also helps you for those of you who do the standing series, where you can feel like that's what happens when you release your hips. You actually let the belly drop, and we don't want that to happen when we're standing most of the time. And contract and press toward the back. And release and arch. So this is like a cat-cow, but we're only working through our hips here. We're not letting it get into our middle back and shoulders. And release. And take it again. And release. Keep it going. You can use your breath on this. I like to inhale here. And exhale deep in that belly. If the opposite feels more comfortable to you, then use the opposite. It's whatever you find that works best with your body. And release. 2 more times. And contract. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Keep that jaw relaxed. And release. I'm starting to feel mine tense up a little bit. And contract. And release. And from here, we're going to keep with this motion, but now we're going to get up into the ribs. We're going to go ahead and pull all the way through the back. For those of you who've done my standing series, this is the contraction. And then we're going to release through the front. And then contract. And release. And contract. Use that belly. Feel that belly. And release. Now you're letting those ribs open up and contract. And release. And contract. And release. And keep going. And release. And contract. And release. And bring it to neutral position. So when I'm doing a lot of this stuff, I like to think about my pelvis as a bowl. It's really not, it's got that hole in the front, but let's pretend that it's a bowl and it's full of water. So we have water all the way to the top. So as we take it back a little bit, we're letting the bowl spill just a little bit. Every time we come back to center, it fills back up to the top, and then we're going to let it pour out just a little bit to the front. Now, the reason why I like to think about the bowl is there's going to be certain times that we want to not spill any water. So right now, I want you to come and find that place to where your pelvis is full of water and it's not spilling. So what you're going to find is from the back here, you shouldn't have that curl in the lower back. So we're going to really lengthen up through if you don't have this today, it's okay. It's our goal is to get to that point. And if you keep doing this series, you'll get closer and closer every single time you do it. All right, so we have that full bowl of water. We're going to keep it there, and we're going to hold that, okay? From there, we're going to only move the rib cage. So we just did all that pelvic work. Now we're going to take the rib cage to the front. And now think about that rib cage. It's going to press this side of the ribs toward the other side so that they can go out to the side. And you might end up tilting your head just a little bit and bring it back in. And then take your back, just the backs of your ribs. So remember, we're not going to curl in the lower back. We're just taking those ribs over. And then now we're gonna go to, yeah, the other side. Forgot which way I went. And release. Now take it to the front again. And notice I'm moving the one part of my spine, but then I'm keeping the neck in line with that. So I'm actually going to now take the ribs to the left side, let my head tilt so that I keep my cervical spine in line with the thoracic vertebrae. And then take it to the back. And then take it to the side. And back to center. Now we're going to smooth all that out, so we're going to make circles. We're going to take this to the front. We're going to take it around to the side. We're going to take this to the back. We're going to take it to the side and take it to the front. Not spilling any water in our pelvis. And circle the other way. Relax those shoulders. And bring it back to center. So if you don't get that today, that's an activity that actually takes a long time to coordinate unless you're someone who already has moved your torso a lot. If you have a tendency to be like most people who are mostly just upright throughout the day, it gets tricky to work on that. So practice makes better. You can just keep working and you'll keep getting better and better at that. From here, we're going to take the head, we're going to look to the side, and we're going to look to the other side. We're going to look back to the side again, and we're going to look to the side. And now we're going to go to the center. Now look up, and look down, and look up, and look down, and look up, and down. And from here, we're going to tilt our ear toward our shoulder, and back up, and our ear to our shoulder, and back up, and shoulder. Remember, we're still keeping that full bowl of water without spilling any of it, lifting long through the spine as we do this. And come to the center. Now I want you to look back to the side, then take and we're going to draw with the chin a smiley face on our chest. So we're going to take that chin around, letting our head shift so that chin draws that smiley face, and to the other side. Now go back around. And up, and again, up, keep it going, again. Now from here, we're actually going to take that chin and we're going to draw we're not going to call it a frown, we're going to call it a rainbow just in front of us. So we're not wanting to crunch back in our neck, we're going to just draw a rainbow, bringing our chin just up, but keep a lot of space between the cervical spine and the back. So we're just doing this little bit of a motion. It can just be here, or it can be here, or if you feel a little bit more confident in your neck, you can take it more than that. And we're going to bring it back to center. All right. So now we should feel a little bit warmer. We're going to start down with our feet. And you don't have to scoot forward quite as much. My chair works better for me forward. I just want you to make sure you're really nice and stable. I'm still using my beautiful little antique chair that sometimes I bet you can hear it's really creaky, but I do like this chair. So we're going to take and press up into the heels. So I want you to actually push against the floor and bring that up. And then take those toes and push them off the floor and take the toes back down and then take that heel. And we'll go to the other side. We're going to lift up, pressing that heel away from the floor, then flick the toes, take it back and lower it down and press through and up, lower and down and press and flick and lower and down. Again, flick, lower and down and press and flick and lower and down. One more set. Press, lower and down and press and up, lower and down. Now we're going to lean back on our chair just a little bit. If it's nice and sturdy, we're going to lift our feet out in front of us And we're going to circle the feet around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. And bring it back in. Now we're going to go back into our feet again. So that was just to get everything loosened up. We're going to press one heel up, press into the toes. We're going to take that, lift it out in front of us, rotate to the turnout, bring it back to parallel, and bring it in. And press, flick, straighten the leg, rotate out, rotate in, bring it down, and press, flick, take it out, rotate out, bring it in and down, and press, flick, straight, rotate out, in and down. Other side, press and flick, take it out, rotate out, in and down, and press and flick, straighten the leg, rotate out, parallel and down, and press and flick, straighten that leg, rotate out, parallel and down, and press and flick, straighten that leg, rotate out, in and down. Now we're going to take both legs out. Ooh. Hang on to that belly, this is going to help. And rotate out, in and down. So now we have that belly's engaging, right? We're going to press up, take it out, lengthen through the spine. Now we're letting some water spill out from behind our hips, but we're going to still try to keep that up here. So all we're doing is counterbalancing a little bit. Rotate out, rotate parallel, and down, and go again. Pressing through and flick. Take it up, rotate out, rotate in, and down, and press through, and up. Take it out, rotate open, close, and bring it in. All right, so a little more with the legs. We're going to go back to single leg. We're going to take, and this time I want you to push the floor away until you get straight. Flex the foot, bend the knee, press it away, point through the toes, and bring it in, and take it out. I want you to watch the knuckle bones on your foot. Pull the toes back. Keep those knuckles level as if they're flat on the floor. Bend the knee. Make sure the knee, you can look down, is in line. So we're not going to twist here. We're not going to let it twist there. And press through. Take it down and out. And flex and bend. Straight and point. Close. One more time. And flex. Bend. Press it through. And down, other leg, take it out, flex and bend, press it away, point, take it down. Again, make sure those knuckle bones are like they're on the floor, so they should be level. Press it through and down, and press and flex, plie, press, push away, and close. One more time. And flex, and bend, and straighten, press it through, and down. Now we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to go out, rotate to the turnout, plie and turn out, press it through, take it back to the parallel, and bring it down. Again, out, rotate, flex, plie, and press to the parallel, and down. Keep it going, press, and rotate out, flex, plie, press it away, rotate parallel, bring it in. One more time, take it out, rotate to the turnout, flex, plie, press it away, parallel, and close, other side, out, and straight, rotate out, flex, find your plie, press it through, parallel, and down, and take it out, and rotate, flex, plie, and press, and point, parallel, and down, keep it going, and rotate, flex, plie, press it through, find parallel, last time. Rotate out, flex, plie, press it through, parallel, and down. All right, shake that out a little bit. Rotate those ankles. We have just a little bit more here. And from here, we're going to lean back. We're going to find those belly muscles again so we're nice and tall. And this is just to counterbalance what's happening in our legs. So we're going to keep our legs together. So I want you to actually squeeze your knees right now. So we're going to squeeze those knees. We're going to lower those shoulders. I want you to think about that nice strong corset. I haven't said that in this video yet, but some of you who've been with me before have heard me talk about that nice strong corset-like feeling around the belly. We're going to bring those ribs together to keep everything nice and strong and straight as we press those knees into each other. Push all the way through, push through those toes. From here, we're going to rotate to the turnout. We're going to find a little plie, woohoo, and press it away, parallel, and bring it down. Do it again. Out. Rotate. We're still pushing the heels into each other, so find that bend. Press it away. Parallel. And down. Again. Turn it out. Plie. Press it away. And down. And again. Out. And out. It's not how big your plie is. It's that pressing into the heels. Pushing back and bring it in. Go again. Out. Rotate and bend. Press, parallel, and down and again. Rotate out. Bend and straight. Parallel and down and out. And rotate. Bend. Press it out. Parallel and down. Make sure you're not sinking in the chest here, so we don't want this to start happening. Really bring that up. And 2 more times. Rotate, plie, press away, and down. And last one. Rotate, plie, press through, parallel, and down. And give yourself, take hand on one side, hand on the other. Give yourself a little shake in those legs. Get that blood going, and you can push it out and say, thank you, legs, for all that work. All right, so now we're back into our nice, tall, seated position. We're going to have our ankles under our knees, feet are flat on the floor, and we're thinking about lifting up. We have our bowl of water, okay? So from here, we're going to try a few things without our weights, and then we're going to go into our weights. We're going to start really working those shoulder blades. So this is where a lot of the posture that dancers have is that ability to really have the shoulders almost supporting the rib cage. So they, as the shoulders come in and they really hold that rib cage, that's when you have that nice little bit of open here. But again, you also want to have the ribs here. So we don't have this. You rarely ever see a dancer this way. They have the lift, slight lift in the top, but the ribs are drawn in to hold as well. And so you have that nice drawing down of the shoulder blades at the same time as the compression of the ribs that really strengthen all of those muscles in and around, both in the intercostal muscles of the ribs and in the middle of the shoulder blades. So, fun little coordination exercise here. I want you to imagine your shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are going to spread across your back, and as you see, what that's going to do is they're spreading and it's going to activate my shoulders. From my shoulders, I'm going to lift my elbows up first, and then I'm going to take my wrists and my hands and then drop it down. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, and down, and shoulders. If you do not get this today, you are in great company. This is not necessarily something that happens the first time you do it. And take it out. And out. It's like they say, dancers are not born, they're made. Believe it or not, most dancers look very uncoordinated when they first learn something too. All right, now from here, we're going to grab your weights. If you don't want weights, don't grab them. You do not have to have them. All right, we're going to have our arms right down the side. We're going to roll our shoulders first. 1, 2, 3 and 4, other way, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, one at a time, 1, 2, 3 and 4, other way, 1, 2, 3 and 4, other side, 2, 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Good. And check that out a little bit. Now feel those shoulder blades. Those shoulder blades are down the back. We're going to keep those ribs knitted together. Find that corset. That corset's going to be what helps our bowl stay upright, right? So we're not wanting to let those ribs tilt one way or the other. We're wanting to, the hips one way or the other. So those hips are a bowl right now and they're holding that water. So we have our shoulders down. We're going to come through center. We're going to open to the side, rotate the palms face down, and rotate up and down and 2. Keep it going. We have the eye of the elbow going up toward the ceiling. Now we're going to start lowering as we go down, and lower, and lower. One more time, and lower. And we're going to come through center. We're going to open the side, rotate the palms face down. This time we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together and expand across the back. Don't let your elbows drop down as you do this. Lift those elbows up in line with the shoulders and squeeze, expand, and again. And squeeze, and go. If your arms get tired, just drop your weights. It's okay. And we have one more time. Squeeze, take it out, and lower down. And give it a little shake with that. Okay, so we're going to do, in the chair, we're going to do the put-a-bra a little bit differently because we're not going to be in front of our body, so we're not going to have our hands here. We're going to let our hands actually be on that flat straight down. A little bit more modern with our arms today. We're going to come straight through center. Shoulder blades are down. Keep those shoulders down and take them up. We're not going to go all the way above our head. We're going to go just until we cannot, or we just see our arms in our periphery. We're going to take it out to the side. And we're going to take it all the way down to the side. And we're going to come through center. We're going to take it up. And we're going to open, rotate, down. And again. Keep those ribs in. And one more. And now rotate. Keep those bowls upright and take it around and through center and side and center again. Now we're going to go one more time, side and up and bring it down. Good. All right. We're going to take and place the weights down and our arms down. From here, I want you to take the opposite hand and place it on the opposite knee. Now we're really going to ground this leg, so we're not going to let our arm pull that leg. That leg is going to push against that hand, and that hand is going to push against that leg. And we're going to rotate our torso around. Try to keep your chin level, parallel to the floor. Think about that long spine, growing the neck. But take the gaze and look all the way around, even with your eyeballs, as if you're trying to see what's on the other side. I'm trying to look at my aloe plant right now. And then release. And opposite hand to opposite knee. Press them into each other and rotate around. Now I'm looking at my jade. It's actually my youngest daughter's jade. I'm plant sitting for her. And bring it in. From here, we're going to scooch forward a little bit on your chair. We're going to flex that foot and lean over. And release. Cross it over the knee right above, or the ankle right above your knee. Open that up and then just lean forward. Again, we're trying to spill the water out of the bowl, keeping a nice long spine here, so we're not curling through the spine. We're trying to grow the spine longer than it feels normally, I should say. And other side, we're going to bring that other foot front and lean forward. Again, spill the water out. Keep the spine nice and long. And release that and bring it open and forward. Release, take this arm across the body. Just give it a little bit of a shoulder opening. And take it above the head. I like to start with the hands. Take the hands up to where they're way above your head here. You can let your rib cage go now. That's okay. We're going to pull to one side and pull until, but don't let your head kind of move around. It's more important just to get into that tricep with a nice long spine than it is to get the elbow behind your head. And then I'm going to switch my hands the other way and pull the other way. And then we're going to finish with that side across the body. And release that. We're going to take 3 breaths to finish our practice. And palms are going to meet at the top. They come down to the heart center. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope to see you again in a video sometime soon. And have a blessed rest of your day.